Hey, True Believers, England Teen here with an extreme movie review of Brightburn from producer James Gunn. And just like we saw in the previews, it is What If Superboy Was Evil? And it's, does it live up to the premise? That's the big question, because that is a cool premise. One that comic book fans has seen played out in past issues. This is not an old story if you're a comic book fan. We've had Superman go evil quite a few times. This, however, starts him right off as Superboy, because we always see the turn. This right here, right out of the gate. So just like with Superman, he begins to get his powers when he hits puberty. He finds out he has super strength. He finds out he's invulnerable, and he becomes more aggressive. When his dad talks about his changing body, thinking he's just going in through puberty, he decides that he's going to try to woo a girl, fails miserably, and when she calls him a pervert because of what he does, I'm going to try not to spoil a lot of things, he decides to crush her hand, which causes all sorts of problems and begins a rift between the mother and father, because he's starting to notice that the kid's kind of showing some alien tendencies, or at least some tendencies to not be as social as they once thought he was. While the kid, at this point, they don't understand he's got superpowers, is going off and he's practicing and he's learning exactly how powerful he is. After one particularly harsh blowout between him and his family, he begins to cool off a little bit, of course, and even says, yeah, I'm cool with it, but then we learn through another conversation that the reason why he's cool with it is he realizes his own superiority to everyone else around him. And when his spaceship, or the voices that he hears from his spaceship, much like Kal-El, they had the spaceship in the barn, beneath the barn, it begins to tell him to take the world, and that's when all hell breaks loose. How is this as a horror film? Because that's what this is. Make no mistake, this is in no way, shape, or form a superhero film. This is a horror film where the monster is Superboy. Period. How does it work? It really does give you a tone of dread. It kind of really does build up that kind of ominous feeling, mainly because you are looking at a person that cannot be killed. It cannot be hurt by conventional means. He's super fast. He's got the heat vision. He's super strong. He's invulnerable. He can fly. So what are normal people to do? In all honesty, it is a great setup for a horror film. And for the most part, yes, it pays off beautifully. Like I said, the tone is very ominous. The scenes of violence are violent. One thing you see a few scenes in the preview, and you can probably see a few of them here as I'm showing them to you. What that you don't see is the aftermath of the violence, which is graphic to say the least. Imagine someone really being hit by somebody as strong as Superman, and they don't care what kind of damage they do to the body. That's the kind of violence we're dealing with here. At one point, it's we actually see someone with their jaw just ripped right off. It does not hold back. I've got to give credit where credit is due. We needed a horror film like this. I think a lot of times they really are just pussified, and I wonder, why would you do this? Why would you make a horror film and not go all out? All right, I guess I should start thinking about the flaws. What are things that this movie gets wrong? Well, I think the biggest flaw would be that nobody acts like their role. You know, you got his parents, you got his aunt and uncle, people who know him. And mind you, there's not a lot of friends involved, but the dad really is quick to turn on him. You know, he's like, oh my gosh, he's doing that. Oh, we got to get that freaking freak out of here. Oh, and fathers have bonds with their kids as well. Jonathan Kent, if you want to go the Superman route, is one of the best fathers in superhero history. Seriously. And I would have liked to have seen just a touch more of this guy with a connection to his son. So when he finally does do the turn, we feel something for it. There's a bit towards the end that I think could have been a very emotional scene that doesn't end up that way because of the quick transition that the father makes. I think it's a weakness of the film. Overall, though, it's pretty strong. This movie is it's a lot of fun as a horror film. It works as a horror film. It works as almost as a slasher, but with superpowers. And it also works with just as a straight up ominous horror film. Is it perfect? No, but it is a very cool time at the movies. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? Have you seen Brightburn? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, though. Click share, subscribe. If you haven't done it already, hit that notification bell. Ring that bell. Don't forget to go on over to Ko-Fi or to Patreon. Help the channel out. Drop $1 in the till. Links in the description below. Also, if you like this video, click on one of the boxes that are popping up around here saying, hey, check this video out as well. You might enjoy that one. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all the true believers, stay extreme. And thank you very, very much for watching.